We're at Massey in Pukekohe talking all things cue sports. Standing alongside of me is the Dutch master, Marco Teutscher. Now, he's ranked 23 in the world. He's been playing cue sports for the last 19 years, and for 8 of those years, he's been a professional. So I thought today we'd find out what he carries in his bag. What are the tools of the trade? Because I've got to say, Marco, rather than looking like a world-class cue sport player, you look a little bit more like a gunslinger.
Yeah, it's like a lot of stuff in it and a lot of stuff that I carry with me. So we'll start with the cues that I have. So the first cue that I will show you, it's my playing cue. So that's it's all sponsored by Predator. So this is a Predator Maestro 2-1. It's a limited edition cue, so this is number 70 of the 100, so the 100 made of. The shaft that I'm using is Revo 12.4. That's the carbon fiber shaft that they're used right now, and yeah, I really like it. It's a great shaft, and I've been using it for the last 4 or 5 years. Then go to the brake cue. I use the new BK Rush. I use the red one. I like the red color. Yeah, by far the best brake cue on the market. Yeah, the technology of the cue is real powerful, and yeah, I've been using it for like, I would say 6 years, and it's by far the best brake cue out there. Then the jump cue is the Air Rush. I've been using this one not long ago because they just released it, so I think I've been using it maybe for six months. Same, the technology is like amazing. I think.
So most professional cue sport players carry 3 cues?
Yeah. So like this is for the jump shots, this is for braking, and this is just my playing cue for most shots. This is just for the jumps. So when you jump over the ball, I use this one.
Okay. Now I'd imagine your own mechanic, you're going to have equipment failure at times. So what else is in the rest of the bag? So
have a look what's in my case. So I'm not too this is a spare playing shaft. So I always bring a spare shaft. So in case the tip come off or something happened with my shaft, then I always have a spare shaft. And this is another spare shaft, but then from a brake cue. So like I have 2 spare shafts, one for my brake cue, one for my playing cue. So that's all the cues I actually carrying with me. Then inside my case, I'm using the case that I'm using is an Urban, a 2x4. They're having a 3x5 as well, and it means like you can carry more cues. I don't like it too heavy, so yeah, using the 3x4. So the first things that you see is like the extensions. So this is like an 8-inch and a 3-inch. So the extensions that you can connect to your playing cue. So when you want to stretch over a ball, or you can't reach it, you use the extensions. So I have like 2 different sizes. Gloves, so I've been using a glove lately, the last couple of years. I really like that, and it's also by Predator. Mask, these days we need to wear the mask.
Yeah,
so I've been wearing the mask all the time. More gloves, some vitamins, Baroka. It's almost a woman bag, mate. It's just there's a lot of like random stuff in it. Carry some chalk, some tips that I carry with me. Phone holder, so if I want to film myself or sometimes film matches or whatever, then I use this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. Most people wouldn't even think about that, but that's a great tool, isn't it, for self-analysis, particularly in a pressure situation, in a real game situation. So look, I think that's a piece of equipment that you could sort of apply to a lot of other sports.
No, and it's awesome. Definitely, if you want to practice by yourself or you want to watch yourself back, or even stream some matches or whatever. It's easy. You can, and it's magnetic, so you can stick it on like when you have a piece of metal, you can actually hang it up, and it's like strong enough that it keeps your phone in place. So it's quite handy. Not too sure. Oh, this is the cleaning wipes for the Revo. Silicone spray. I use the silicone spray just to clean the balls. Sometimes the balls are real sticky, and yeah, definitely, especially when you play in pool rooms with old cloth, then you still get that reaction that you play with new balls and clean balls. So protein bars. Not sure what's in it. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of like different tips. So that I got from other people, from other players.
How often would you go through
I don't like to change different tips right now at the moment. I usually stay with the Predator tips, the victory tips. But here and there I get from from people overseas or friends. They just give me tips to try out, and here you see there's a whole bunch of different tips that I have here. So this is a rubber that I put on my brake cue. So I just slip it on, and it just gives me a bit more grip. I really like to use that. Pencil. That's what I usually like for when I practice. So when I want to mark certain spots on the table, so I can re-spot the white ball, I use this one. Not sure if there's much more. A couple of more gloves in it. This is quite handy. A tip tool that I use. I think this is one of the best tip tools you can have. I mean, yeah, quite cheap and quite handy. So just like if the tip is quite rough or it's quite hard to dry, then you just use it, put your tip in it, and just shape it a little bit, and it gives you, this chalk will stay better on it.
I tell you what, I didn't think it would be quite this in depth, but it just shows you, doesn't it, that at the highest level in any sport, the equipment that's required, the technology and the constant innovations that Marco's demonstrating.
Yeah, so another thing that I have is like, so they can put it in the back of my cue, so I can take this one off, and it has like a weight system in it. So that means like I can take the weights out and I can put different weights in it. I'm not. Oh, yeah, this is the weights. So this is the way how they look. You can screw them out and you can put new weights in it. So like you can make your cue heavier and lighter. So yeah, it's quite handy to have. And Brad is one of the brands that have that.
If you know what the moral of the story is, if you see somebody walking into a pool hall, a pub, a bar where there's a pool table, carrying one of these bags, don't bet money against them, okay? There's probably a very good chance they're a pool shark. Marco Teutscher.
Thank you.
I'm blown away. Thank you.
Thank you so much.